looking for the open goal, and now it will be a goal. Amos Shapiro-Thompson, first career professional soccer goal for Amos Shapiro-Thompson.
Yeah, that was a great feeling. It was a great feeling. I remember, I feel like I've had a bunch of kind of chances. Keeper makes a great save, hit the post a few times this year. It was a really special moment for me to score my first professional goal, and that meant a lot. So I grew up in rural western Massachusetts in a little town called Worthington. The journey just started with my parents taking me to different sports, and I loved soccer immediately. I lived in such a small town. Most of the time I was just kicking the ball myself against our barn, and that was really how the journey started. Eventually I moved to Spain with a study abroad program from my boarding school, and then I ended up in Croatia and then later Poland. I was so driven to try to play in Europe as a kid. That was the goal. So I think it just makes you grow up kind of quickly and take responsibility for yourself. When I was in Croatia, I was in a place where I didn't speak the language, where all the soccer stuff was new as well, trying to socialize with teammates who didn't speak English, and then learn a really high level of soccer with specific tactics. So I think that made me learn how to be a pro and also just grow up as a person that could take care of themselves in the world. I valued education a lot. My mom's a teacher, and I kind of always wanted to get a college education, and when I was offered a scholarship to come close to home, I really missed home. Living alone for maybe 3.5 years without really seeing my parents, my family, being a bit isolated. I was definitely ready to have that experience and to be a bit closer to my people. It was an easy decision for me, and yeah, I really enjoyed my experience at BC. When I did tear it, I thought in that moment my career was over. It was the scariest thing ever. It's one of those things that you hear about, but you never think it's going to happen to you. So I understood the severity of it immediately. I heard that pop and all that kind of pain shooting through my leg. But once I started recovering, I tried to take the stance of like, I'm going to go day by day and not think too far ahead about this 9-month, 10-month recovery. That was my biggest probably challenge that I've faced in my career. And I honestly, during the rehab, I never really thought that I would be, playing at a professional level or getting drafted after my senior year. I was only focused on trying to play again one more time, really. So I feel just really grateful to be healthy, to be playing, and to have this chance now. That makes me emotional to think about, because I didn't really think that I would necessarily be able to reach my goals after such a serious injury. So I went to the Red Bull College Combine a few days, and it was really intense. It was a really physically grueling few days. I really, really liked the intensity of it. I felt really good with the staff immediately. I felt really comfortable with everyone. And I felt like this was kind of a special place as far as the relationships that people had, how much people were driving each other to be better. I didn't know if I would get picked or by who. I was hoping that it was going to be Red Bulls, and I told my parents that. We all kind of crowded around the computer and at my family's home with some friends, and it was honestly a stressful night. You're watching the picks go down, and you're kind of hoping, like you see, oh, it goes here, and then, yeah, I think when I got picked, that was one of the best moments of my life as far as that explosion of joy, and I was just so happy that it was Red Bulls that I was heading to. Very frustrating to suffer this injury mid-season, and it kind of stalled my momentum. But that's part of football. It's about how you come back and how you treat the rehab. So now I feel really good to be back. But overall, I would say that it's exceeded my expectations. I think to have made my debut for the first team against DC United, that was really a dream come true for me, for my family. And to be playing regularly with the second team in a group that is really successful. I think there's not every team I've been with I've felt like, oh, we have not only a really great group of guys, a really great staff, but also a team that is really competitive and that we could really win something here. So it's just a special feeling to be part of a group like that I feel like could be really successful this year. And so whether I was injured or not and back playing now, I think I just want to help the group in any way I can reach our goals, which is winning something here.